Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me ask you this. How do the people around you make you feel? Do they bring joy, encouragement, or are they draining your energy and making you question yourself? In life, having true friends, loving family members, and supportive relationships is a precious gift that helps us feel fulfilled and at peace. But not everyone in your social circle has the same positive impact. Believe it or not, the presence of toxic relationships can silently erode your energy, happiness, and mental health. Toxic friends aren't rare. They might be the reason you've lost confidence or feel perpetually entangled in unnecessary drama. Stoic philosophy reminds us that life is too short to hold on to relationships that harm you. So, if you're wondering who should stay and who needs to go, this video is for you. Here are 5 types of people you should stop being friends with immediately to protect your mental health and safeguard your inner peace. Let's dive in. 1. The friend who always needs something. Imagine you have a friend who calls or texts you, and every time you know it's because they need something. The first time you're happy to help because you're kind. The second time you assume they're in a pinch. But by the third, fourth, and then every single conversation revolves around what they need from you, it becomes clear they see you more as a resource than as a true friend. This doesn't mean you should cut off anyone who asks for help. Friendship is about mutual support. Sometimes you need them. Sometimes they need you. But when the relationship becomes one-sided, when they only show up to take and disappear as soon as they get what they want, you have to ask yourself, is this friendship healthy for me? Stoic philosophy teaches us to carefully evaluate the relationships we maintain. A true friend cares about you not just when they need something, but also when you simply need someone to listen. Conversely, friends who only take and never contribute to your happiness don't just hurt you. They diminish the value of the friendship itself. Take Lucas's story as an example. He had a friend, Eric, who constantly borrowed study materials and asked Lucas to fix his computer. Being naturally kind, Lucas always helped. But when Lucas needed advice on an important career decision, Eric didn't listen, didn't ask questions, and seemed impatient. That's when Lucas realized Eric didn't truly value their friendship, and all the help he'd given seemed to go unnoticed. Why did Eric act this way? Not because he was a bad person, but because Lucas never set boundaries. When you consistently say yes and never ask for anything in return, you unintentionally teach others that your kindness has no limits and can be taken for granted. This isn't your fault, but it's a reality you need to recognize. How do you address this? Setting boundaries doesn't mean becoming cold or selfish. You don't have to refuse every request, but you should make it clear that friendship is a two-way street. Start by saying something gentle but firm. I can't help this time, but I hope you find another solution. This not only protects you, but also teaches them to appreciate your kindness. In the end, remember that you don't need to feel guilty for prioritizing your energy and peace. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that your worth doesn't come from how others perceive you, but from how you perceive yourself. Keep your kindness genuine, but don't let it become a doorway for others to take advantage of. Removing people who only take allows you to invest time and energy in the real friends who bring meaning and joy to your life. 2. The friend who gaslights you. Have you ever been in a friendship where every problem somehow becomes your fault? If so, your friend might be gaslighting you. This type of manipulation doesn't just leave you feeling guilty. It can make you question your own reality. Gaslighting often comes disguised as concern or kindness, but is coupled with actions that leave you feeling disoriented and lacking confidence. Picture a friend named Brian. Whenever plans fall through, he always blames you. "You ruin everything," he says. But he never acknowledges that he's often late or unprepared. Brian might even make you feel like you're the one causing issues, saying things like, "I care about you, but you make everything so difficult." These words may sound caring, but in reality, they're designed to make you doubt yourself without addressing the actual problem. Why would a friend behave this way? Often, manipulative people feel the need to control situations or relationships to mask their own insecurities or avoid taking responsibility. Instead of addressing the real issue, they deflect attention onto you, making you feel at fault. How can you identify a friend like this? Look for patterns in their behavior. Do they frequently contradict themselves, saying one thing but doing another? For instance, they might claim to value your friendship, but fail to respect your opinions or always put their needs above yours. This behavior not only erodes trust, but also makes you feel unsafe in the relationship. Stoic philosophy offers valuable tools for navigating situations like this. It reminds us that while we can't control other people's actions, we can control how we respond. First, stay calm and evaluate the situation objectively. Ask yourself, are their words and actions consistent? How do I feel when I'm around them? If you frequently feel drained or self-doubting, it could be a sign of manipulation. Setting boundaries is a powerful way to address this dynamic. For example, you might say, "I feel uncomfortable when all the responsibility is placed on me. I want this friendship to be based on mutual respect." This not only protects your well-being, but also signals to your friend that their behavior is unacceptable. If they continue to act this way, it might be time to step away from the friendship. Walking away can be difficult, especially from a long-term relationship. But you deserve friends who genuinely value you. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and a sense of safety, not on constant self-doubt. Ultimately, friendship should never be a space where you constantly feel the need to prove your worth. Applying Stoic principles to your relationships can help you find peace and self-respect by staying true to your values. A real friendship won't make you question yourself. It will help you grow and feel stronger. 3. The friend who never reaches out to you. Have you ever felt like you're the only one keeping a friendship alive? You're always the one texting, calling, planning meetups, and sometimes you wonder if the other person would even notice if you stopped. This is a clear sign of an unbalanced friendship, where all the effort to maintain the relationship falls on you. Not only is it exhausting, but it can also leave you feeling unappreciated. Imagine having a friend named Jake. Jake is great company when you hang out, but he never initiates contact. Every time you suggest getting together, Jake happily agrees, but if you don't reach out, weeks or even months of silence follow. When you finally send a message, Jake responds as if he's doing you a huge favor just by replying. Jake may not be a bad person, but he clearly isn't prioritizing the friendship. And yet, that doesn't make the loneliness you feel in the relationship any less real. Why do some people behave this way? Perhaps they don't realize the imbalance or don't think it matters. Sometimes their lack of effort stems from poor self-awareness or simply prioritizing other aspects of their life. Whatever the reason, maintaining a one-sided friendship like this can be emotionally draining. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the value of a relationship lies in balance and mutual benefit. A healthy friendship isn't one-sided. It's a reciprocal exchange where both parties invest time and energy. When you find yourself always making the effort without getting anything in return, it's not just about the actions, It's about your self-worth. You deserve friendships where mutual appreciation is a given. So how do you handle this? Start by being honest with yourself. Ask, how do I feel after every interaction with this person? If the answer is consistently exhausted or unappreciated, it's time to take action. Next, approach the situation with honest but non-confrontational communication. You might say, I've noticed that I'm always the one reaching out, and it makes me feel like this friendship isn't a priority for you. This gives them the chance to adjust their behavior and shows you how willing they are to nurture the relationship. If they don't change after the conversation, consider re-evaluating your level of commitment to the friendship. This doesn't mean cutting them off completely, but it might mean redirecting your time and energy to people who genuinely value your presence. Sometimes, creating a bit of distance helps clarify the true worth of the relationship and your own value within it. Remember, a friendship should never feel like you're doing all the heavy lifting. According to Stoic philosophy, relationships thrive on balance and mutual respect, not obligation or responsibility. If you're always carrying the load, it might be time to ask whether this friendship is truly worth maintaining. You deserve friends who meet you halfway, who make you feel appreciated, not burdened. 4. The friend who always talks about themselves. Have you ever felt that every conversation with a certain friend somehow always ends up revolving around them? Even if you start by sharing something about your struggles, within minutes, the focus subtly shifts to their life, their feelings, or their experiences. This type of friend doesn't necessarily intend to make you feel overlooked, but their lack of attention to you can leave you feeling like a side character in your own story. Imagine meeting up with a friend named Josh. You open up about the stress weighing on you at work, hoping for some comfort or advice. But within minutes, Josh is recounting how hard he's been working, the challenges he's overcome, and his own success stories. Before you realize it, the conversation has morphed into a monologue about Josh, leaving your concerns by the wayside. It's not that Josh is a bad person. He's simply unaware that maintaining balance in communication is vital for a healthy friendship. So why do some friends dominate conversations like this? They may not realize how their behavior affects you. Some people use self-disclosure as a way to connect, but when it's one-sided, it quickly becomes draining. They talk, you listen. They vent, you empathize. But when it's your turn to share, they struggle to reciprocate the attention you deserve. According to Stoic philosophy, a healthy relationship involves mutual investment in each other's growth, not just as individuals, but as partners in connection. Friends who always talk about themselves miss the opportunity to build empathy and understanding. Over time, this can erode your self-esteem and make you question the value of the friendship. How should you handle this situation? Start by reflecting on your feelings. Do you feel tired or undervalued after every interaction with this friend? If the answer is yes, consider having an honest conversation with them. Approach it gently but clearly, saying something like, I've noticed that sometimes when I try to share, our conversations tend to focus more on you. I feel like I'm not being heard. A true friend will take this feedback to heart and make an effort to change. If they don't change, you may need to reassess their role in your life. A friendship that feels one-sided and emotionally draining isn't sustainable. This doesn't mean you need to cut them off completely, but it might be necessary to dial back the emotional energy you invest in the relationship. Ultimately, remember that you deserve friends who not only listen, but truly understand you. Stoic philosophy reminds us that the value of a relationship lies not in the number of conversations, but in the quality of the connection. A real friend will make you feel heard, respected, and never question your worth in the relationship. 5. The friend who always talks down on you. In life, we all want friends who not only walk alongside us, but also encourage us on our journey of self-improvement. But sometimes the very friends you trust can become the source of self-doubt and insecurity. Have you ever felt that every time you talk to a particular friend, they always find a way to make you feel small? It's as if they can't share their joy without adding a touch of bragging or comments that leave you feeling inadequate. Imagine you have a friend named Ryan. Ryan just bought a new car, which is fantastic. But instead of sharing his excitement or the journey that led to this accomplishment, he turns the conversation into a lecture about why you haven't achieved something similar. He doesn't just share his success. He sprinkles in comments like, "I guess not everyone knows how to manage their finances like I do." Statements like this don't just make you feel behind in the race, they make you question your worth. However, it's important to distinguish between genuine excitement and intentional belittlement. Some people may not realize that the way they share their achievements can hurt others. But if this behavior becomes a recurring pattern and leaves you stuck in a cycle of comparison, it's not unintentional, it's toxic. Stoic philosophy offers a profound reminder in such situations. You can't control the actions of others, but you can control how you respond. When faced with a friend who constantly makes you feel inferior, ask yourself, why are you maintaining a relationship that leaves you feeling this way? Does this friendship truly add value to your life, or does it drain your emotional energy? If you realize that this negativity has been chipping away at your confidence, consider addressing the situation gracefully. You can choose to confront the issue and share your feelings with that friend. Be clear, yet non-confrontational, saying something like, "When you say this, I feel disrespected." A true friend will listen and make an effort to adjust their behavior. But if they continue to dismiss your feelings, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. While some friendships can be salvaged through understanding, others need to be let go. A friend who consistently makes you feel less than not only affects your mental health, but also hinders you from reaching your full potential. Stoic philosophy teaches us to build a circle of people who uplift and encourage us, not those who diminish our sense of self-worth. Ultimately, remember that your value is not determined by the words or actions of others. You deserve friends who appreciate you for who you are, not for what they perceive you to lack. If someone in your life consistently makes you feel inadequate, it might be time to step away and seek relationships that truly honor and support you. Mutual respect and encouragement are the foundation of genuine friendship, and you absolutely deserve nothing less. If you noticed any of the situations in this video resonate with your experiences, it might be time to reevaluate your circle of friends. Don't let toxic relationships hold you back. True friendship is about feeling heard, respected, and growing together. Do you recognize any of these types of friends in your life? If so, share one word in the comments that describes how you feel about that friendship. Sometimes speaking up is the first step toward freeing yourself from a negative connection. If this video helped you better understand your relationships, hit the like button and share it with someone who might need this message. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Training and turn on notifications for more valuable lessons. Thank you for watching, and remember, you deserve friends who bring real value and joy to your life. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell.